Welcome to Colorful Journeys of Success. Claire Mullen, producer, host, and author of Color Wheeling for Success, explores with her guests the stages of success in their lives. This show highlights leaders, teachers, coaches, mentors, and even parents who are role models who help change our world. How have you succeeded, and who was your teacher and inspiration? Now, who are the people you teach and inspire? Listen to and watch our fascinating guests as they share colorful stories of success and how they help inspire. Now, here's Claire, the color wheeling lady and our host.
Welcome to Colorful Journey of Success. Today we have a very fun topic, because have you ever been to a farmer's market? You know how exciting that is? There's fresh fruit, fresh produce, so many different, but you know what? There's always, or most of the time, we are absolutely honored to have the balloon man, the entertainment, and that's what makes the kids really enjoy. So thank you so much, John, the balloon man.
Thank you for inviting me, Claire.
Well, I thought this would be really, we talked about another show, we talked about that, the water and so on and so forth, which is a serious topic, but now this is a fun topic, really, and so tell me about you, and this is wonderful, all the colorful things and colorful balloons and everything.
Yeah, it was a surprise for me to get into balloons. I used to do tech support, and then about 10 years ago, laid off like so many people, and was driving down Highway 5 with my girlfriend who also got laid off. Asked her, what does she want to do when she grows up? She said, be a party planner. Said, hey, let's learn the balloons. We started learning balloons. She got into it, really liked it. I wasn't so much in the balloons, it was a little fun, but when I started interacting with the children, that's when I really found my bliss in this. Just making the kids laugh and making them smile is what really motivates me to do balloons. Well,
this is so exciting. This is so exciting. And I even brought in this color wheel, which I did in college, because color is, we live in a colorful world.
That's right.
And color will just brighten our, really brighten our life. So I think this is so exciting. And yes, children will react. So give us some more information about you and what's it like to become?
Grew up in the Valley, native San Jose. I was born and raised in San Jose, like the song title. And it was really interesting. When I was growing up, I saw the orchards disappear and buildings grew up, and I just assumed that was normal, which was for the Valley.
Right.
And
Silicon Valley.
Yep. Got into high tech, dealing with computers early on. My dad was one of the people who worked at IBM for years and years, the big computers. Then I got into it as a hobby, and then as my first job was selling computers at a store called Mr. Calculator.
Oh, boy.
Back when you could actually sell calculators and have a whole store for it. And just sort of stayed in computers and high tech. One of the interesting things I had, was Commodore PET computer, which was the first self-contained computer. And
very different than balloons.
Yeah. But we had people like PhDs from Stanford come on in, know very little about computers, but are very intelligent. I quickly learned that intelligence and ignorance on computers have nothing to do with each other.
Wow. Yes.
And I found I had a knack for talking to people, explaining things, using analogy to explain how a computer works, what they need to do, and how to solve problems. Did that for a while, then did a few other things, worked on Moffett Field on the Ames side, fixing really big computers.
Oh, wow.
Then got a job at Intuit doing tech support, helping people with Quicken and QuickBooks and all that fun stuff.
Right. But so you changed, though. You made a change.
Yeah, I had a change, and it was one of the things that was completely out of the blue, but one of the best things. I always enjoyed helping people, but making a kid laugh, being able to take a tube of color, twist it around in a fun way, and having kids giggle at it is just like the greatest job I can imagine.
Oh, yes. Yes, I can imagine. Yes, I can imagine. Well, I know that when I was at the farmer's market, I was just kind of like thinking how much energy it takes to put not only a farmer's market business, but then I thought, oh, but wait a minute. Oh, the whole environment, the whole vision of all that colorful food that we eat and the excitement and everything, and people are all laughing. I wish it could go all around the year, but we only have it in the summertime.
Actually, the Sunnyvale Farmers Market's year-round. I believe Mountain View one is also.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There are many year-round farmers markets these days. We have such wonderful weather in California.
So hooray, hooray, hooray. I didn't know that, but I'm glad you told me that. So, all right, let's talk about these balloons and the process. Is there, let's talk about what does it take to blow up a balloon?
Usually a good pump is what I recommend to people.
Okay.
I actually started out using a hand pump and used an electric pump and a floor pump, which is another big pump that lets you inflate one fell swoop. But then I also got to the point where I started developing my own lungs so I can do a little more of the shtick with the kids, play with them.
Okay.
Nothing quite so funny as pulling a balloon, about to blow it up, then looking at the kid, pausing, and the kid starts giggling because there's anticipation that I'm looking at them and they're about ready for the balloon, and they laugh and they giggle, and then I get to just play with it from there. And there's nothing quite so funny as like when a kid sees an adult make a mistake. That's a very funny thing for kids. They don't see that very often.
Do they know that you're making a mistake, though?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Okay.
I grab a balloon, I go stretch, stretch, and then I'll let go of it. And it falls down, and they realize that was not supposed to happen.
Oh, God.
And they giggle because adults making mistakes are really funny for kids, especially around 4 years old. It's just, they love it. And I'm encouraging them to laugh. I laugh with them. Every now and then the parents will start laughing because a child's laughter is contagious. They're magical. Right. You see them, you think party.
Yes. Well, you yourself, though, you have an image, and with your beard and with your hat and your bright colored shirt and everything, you have an image that works fine. If you wore a suit and a tie, that just wouldn't work.
Not for me.
No.
One of the things I do have another career in December, which also involves a lot of red, and that's sort of why I keep the beard. But yeah, I come to solid, bright colors. The kids relate to it. It lets me stand out enough so the kid says, "Ooh, there's the balloon guy."
Yeah.
And I get to, and red's an exciting color.
Well, adults should be laughing too.
They do. They laugh and they have fun. There's nothing quite like giving a balloon to an adult and seeing that kid come back to their face.
Oh, nice.
Turning adults into kids. I love doing that. That's one of those things because they take us back to the time when that made us happy.
Yeah. Well, do you have names for your balloons?
They're fairly self-explanatory. You've got the skateboard and alien, octopus, mermaid, heart wand. I know hundreds of different balloons to make. And a lot of times I like to take special requests from the kids. Occasionally I get one that I have to really think about. I've had a child ask for a book.
Book.
Yeah, I had, and that was one.
Oh, you created a book out of a balloon?
Out of a balloon, yes. And it was like, how do I do that? And it was really fun. I like it when the kids can come up with something challenging.
So you have to kind of initially figure that out.
There are a lot of standard designs, and a lot of them got modified to match my personality, match my style of creating them. You can usually see balloons and say, yes, I know who made that one, because each artist has their own style. Now, there are a lot of balloon artists who actually make great art out of the balloons. That's their strong point. They make some beautiful balloons.
Yes.
I consider myself a performing artist or an artiste. My art is in the entertainment. The creation is the art, not necessarily the balloon itself.
Well, I love the apple.
Thank you.
And the grapes. And what is this?
A cucumber.
A cucumber, of course. Here's the cucumber. And so, do you talk to the children about what these are?
Oh, not the balloon ones. They know that. I do talk to them about vegetables. I usually ask them what their favorite vegetable is at the market, and about half the time they'll say strawberries. Then I go say, okay, what's your favorite green vegetable at the farmer's market? And I try to find out if they like vegetables. One thing I've found out is that we actually have a gene inside of us that determines whether vegetables taste bitter or not. So if the kids have that gene and they're not eating vegetables, it's not because they're being finicky. And I try to let the parents know that so that the parent can understand and make allowances for it. And nice thing is that the kids still have to eat vegetables, but at least the parent understands it's not just the kid being obstinate. They're like stretching it. I can get to stay in the shape of my heart.
That's nice.
Now, that's the easy one. The real fun one.
That's an easy one, huh?
Yes, this is the fun balloon. I do this.
Oh, this is fun.
There's a little balloon here, and it's fun to start. This one takes a lot more skill to do. I blow it up, and I have to stretch it a little bit, weaken it, and I grab it just right, and I go. And I grab it just like this, and the air going outside. Then I pull this and.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
Put it all together, we have this little heart.
And I know these are just simple little designs. I'll put this here. My heart.
They're simple, but so many people love them. I mean,
yes.
And I like talking to kids about the vegetables, find out what they like, how they like to eat them, and interact with the kids. And kids are amazing. And I've had so many parents come up to me at the farmer's market and say, the only way I can get my kid here is to say we're going to get a balloon. Oh. I'm often many parents' first stop on the market.
That's wonderful. Sure. Yeah. That's great. I think that now, I'm thinking about the breath. I'm thinking about the breath. Talk about how does that affect you, or I don't know. Talk about the breath a little. A little
practice.
I'm just kind of curious.
You do the first puff, getting the balloon started is toughest. That's where you start using cheek muscle. You blow it a little bit, and then you take another deep breath, and you go from the diaphragm and just blow up the rest of it. One of the things that happens is a lot of people who blow up balloons will get dizzy from it. Oh. Well, finally, I found a doctor and asked him what it was. It was that the chest pressure increases, so the blood doesn't return from the brain quite as quickly.
I see.
So it's like a sleeper hold you're putting on yourself.
Ah. Okay.
So I try to avoid that when I can.
Yeah.
But it's one
so you do. I think you do other entertaining events.
Yeah, I do a lot of private parties. December, I'm red suit and go out with a gentleman there, and that's also one of the funnest jobs because the kids look at you with such love and trust, and it's just great. I've been doing balloons in Santa for about 10 years now.
What was one of the most exciting balloons that you ever did?
I actually did a complete balloon outfit for a person. There's a Japanese animation character called Sailor Moon. So I did a complete outfit and called it Sailor Balloon. And I actually won an award at a sci-fi convention. And that was one of the most timely, took the most time to make. Complete balloon dresses, they're really fun. They look great for about a day and a half, so you can't really make them ahead of time. Yeah. But they're unique things. I also done big balloon head masks. Oh. And other jet packs. And
I thought for sure you were going to make me a hat or something like that. But okay, all right.
I didn't want to mess up your hair for television.
Here, I'll.
And it's.
But
I like the fact that they're biodegradable, so they're ecologically friendly. They act like an oak leaf when they deteriorate, so that. Well, I do pick up any pieces I see. I don't have to worry about them damaging the environment. So it's
all right.
I feel it's a nice green business.
Now, how long will, say, example for? How long will this take?
What is a balloon? Which means
how much does it last? I mean.
Right. Okay. It could pop at any moment, but usually 3 to 4 days is a good run. Okay. I've had people come back a month later and still have their alien. Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, I love the double balloon and the stars. And
oh, that is really a great one. That's right there. That's.
You even got a tomato, so.
And you have, I'm just, it's so creative. It is so creative, and. Then, now how would you want to teach children how to blow the balloons up?
Not blow them up, but twist them, yes.
Twist them.
Yeah, every balloon twister I know does not recommend people blow it up themselves with their mouth.
Okay, all right.
But a lot of us do it. But twisting balloons is actually fairly fun to do, and about 7 or 9 they can start doing it. They got to have slightly large enough hands to hold it. And I actually do love teaching kids to do it because they take something. And if they've been watching me for a couple of years, there's a magic to what I've done with them. They got that excitement pre-wired into them. And so when I blow a balloon, hand it to them, and I show them how to twist it, go through the steps, tell them, okay, watch this, don't watch that, twist it just this way. You see the kids getting that bliss and that joy when they're learning something, when they're creating something themselves. It's just so much fun, and I love doing that. And I teach adults to do balloons too, and I'll teach anybody.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
You know, I notice when I'm driving down El Camino or someplace, it's like, oh, it's where they're selling cars.
Mm-hmm.
There's something so creative about all those balloons flying in the air and it really catches your attention.
Color and motion.
Yes.
We're wired to respond to both color and motion.
Right.
And so that's why balloons are fun. We notice them.
And birthday parties and all
birthday
that good
parties
stuff.
And corporate events, and I've done lots of different activities and groups, and I love it. I actually love when I can get a group of adults. I'm doing just balloons for adults. I usually love to do hats for them, because all that, you know, I do custom hats. I basically ask you, describe your hat in one word or less, and then I'll go off on that.
Well, you're certainly an entertaining person. Absolutely, the Balloon Man. I thought about when I saw the Balloon Man, I walked past you, and then I stopped after a few feet at the farmer's market, and I thought, oh, you know, I was thinking to myself, this might be really a lot of fun.
It is.
For a TV show. So anyway, I'm so glad that our audience has had a chance to listen to this particular show, The Balloon Man. And go to the farmer's market, look for the Balloon Man. Take your children there, and think of how you can do that. I mean, it's amazing what how much fun you can have with balloons.
And my website is balloonsbyjohn.com.
Okay,
so
all right.
Contact me through there or at the farmers markets.
Okay, very good. So anyway, thank you so much for joining Colorful Journey of Success. And really, thank you to not only John, to you.
Thank you so much.
Very, very much. And thank you to the crew. You're all wonderful. Thank you to the studio. But a thank you for the crew. Thank you. Thank you to the people who are watching. Have a wonderful day. And look for the Balloon Man. Have a great day. Bye-bye.